Right then, this is a quick walk around video for an absolutely lovely CR-V, and I'm massively biased because this is actually mine. Time to sell it, unfortunately. I will get another one because I love this thing, but this is a special Honda CR-V 2-litre hybrid EX version, so top of the range. It's covered 36,000 miles with a full Honda history, finished in this beautiful pearlescent red. Looks fantastic on the car, never does justice to it in the videos. This one's also fitted with the optional exterior styling pack, so you've got the front and rear colour-coded bumpers, slightly deeper finish to them as well. Subtle, but adds a real substance to the car, in my opinion. Going around the car, very, very clean indeed. Front of the car, lights and lenses are clear and intact. There's no cracks or condensation there. Bonnet, I can't see a stench of any great note at all on there. I'm sure there must be something microscopic. Near side, beautifully smooth down the panels. Near side front alloy, really, really clean. And then near side rear, again, fantastic. Coming in the back, again, very, very clean and tidy. And to the offside, driver's side, again, beautifully smooth down the panel work. That's the rear alloy again, very nice condition. The remaining panels, really, really nice. This is the final alloy. That's been kept very, very well, I have to say. Coming to the back of the car, you get absolutely enormous amounts of legroom in the back of the CR-Vs. Leather seats, obviously, in lovely condition, and on the EX models like this one, they are heated as well. Also get USB ports in the back. That's been kept very nicely there. Coming to the front and passenger side, again, all clean and tidy. Passenger seat in lovely condition. Finally coming to the driver's door card, all nice and tidy. This is the footwell areas, and the driver's seat itself in very nice condition. Finally coming inside the car, engine's running, so the dash is illuminated. Dashboard in lovely condition as well. Sat nav, as you can see, working exactly as it should. And pop the car into reverse. You've got a lovely clear parking camera, which complements the front and rear parking sensors. Carrying on down, again, been kept very, very nicely. Come to the dash pinnacle, hope you can see, 36,509 miles. Engine's running, there are no warning lights. That mileage will go up slightly, but I don't do many miles in the car, so, but obviously check and call just to make sure. And there, hopefully you can catch it on the video, but there, the heads-up display with the information displayed on there as well. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre hybrid EX version, registered VK69KLC with a mileage of 36,502 recorded. The reason for our videos, and especially this bit, the road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of our cars, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. We feel it's important because we know just how annoying it can be to go and see a car which can look perfectly good in a photograph or a description, but only to get there and find out that it's actually got an obvious fault that shows up, which you'd much rather have known about before setting off. Also done on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you go on a drive in the car. As you'll know from the walk around video, this is my personal car. It's sad, but it's time for it to go. I will get another one. I love them. That's my bias, but more of that later. It's also been, beautifully looked after by Honda, so it's going to drive well. It drives absolutely perfectly. Push button start, hybrid whirs into life. These are what is now referred to as a self-charging hybrid, so there's no range anxiety. The only range anxiety you're going to get is putting fuel in the car, and you can stand there rather smugly for about 2 minutes and then drive for another 400 or 500 miles. So, but more than that, it's engineered by Honda, so brilliantly reliable and long lasting. But more than that, it's just the way it operates. It is so smooth. I've had pretty much every CR-V you could possibly imagine, and I have to say, by an absolute country mile, this is, the best of all of them, for a variety of reasons actually. First of all, with the hybrid system, it is literally as close to seamless as you'll ever get in the car. It has all the attributes really of an electric car at low speeds. So you've got that lovely smoothness, that change of direction when you're parking or going at slow speeds, so quiet, and just picks up instantly. It's got that lovely sort of instant thrust to it. But on the move, when the engine kicks in, it's got a very sweet engine note. You can just about hear it there if I put my foot down. So it doesn't get intrusive, and it just works absolutely brilliantly together. Because what it actually manages to do is, the over and above the old 1.5 turbo and the 2 litre that came before it, it's got a lot more thrust, pick up and get up and go to it, but it's so much smoother, so much quieter, and obviously the economy, which is exceptional, in all honesty. My driving isn't conducive to getting good fuel economy. Lots of very short trips from cold, but I was still averaging over 40 to the gallon. And we went on a very recent trip over Christmas to Germany, drove the whole way, and with 4 of us on board and luggage, I was averaging 45 to the gallon. And not hanging around, and not driving like a lunatic either, but I certainly wasn't dawdling. I could have got a lot better than that if I'd wanted to. But it is incredibly efficient. Worth pointing out, no warning lights on the dashboard at all, nor have there ever been, relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Coming onto the steering chassis, this is where again it's taken a huge leap forward. Not so much in its dynamics. I mean, this still drives beautifully. It flows through corners. It's not a sports car. It's not meant to be a sports car, but it is incredibly capable. And again, some of the roads we went along, some sort of mountainous roads and some really tight stuff. When you go in, because it feels soft, you think, oh crikey, it can't. But it does. It just, the nose of the car just goes through and it just flows through brilliantly well. But where it is in a different league to previous CR-Vs, which always rode well, this rides even better. It is so smooth, so comfortable. Doing that trip, which was 10-12 hours in the car, got out the other side fresh as a daisy, genuinely so as well. And I suffer with bad backs and all sorts of stuff which come with long distance driving, but it is a brilliant companion for those kinds of trips. The steering incidentally tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. And the suspension exhibits absolutely no noises from it, no clunks, no rattles, nothing at all. Brakes on the car are fantastic, really confidence inspiring, well modulated, and again no pulsing or vibrations when you hit the brake pedal. Again, we put those to a really good test. Coming inside the car, first thing you notice, as with all Hondas, it's beautifully put together, really well made, no squeaks, no rattles at all from the interior. It's also very highly equipped, of course, being the EX, so you've got all sorts of kit, but actually when you've been in and driven the car a few days, it all becomes second nature pretty quickly actually. And it's very nicely laid out, nice finish to it, in my opinion at least anyway. The big glass panoramic roof, which is electric, adds a lot of natural light into the car on sort of the darker, gloomier winter days. Sat-nav working perfectly, Garmin based, dead simple, and we relied on it and it was fantastic. What I like about the Hondas is you've got separate climate control buttons down here. You can press a little button and you can have a more involved screen on the dash there, but you can set your temperatures and fan speed without having to do that, which is much nicer than having to go into a screen. That, by the way, pumps out ice cold air, even though it's winter. I know, if I haven't checked it in a nice warm workshop, it's ice cold. In front of me, dash pinnacle, nice and simple and easy to use. If I want to, I can press a little button down on the side here And I can have the heads-up display, so it's displaying the speed in a little pod up there. I've used it, it's quite nice. Some people love it. I'm indifferent to it, I'm going to be honest with you. It's a nice feature, but I prefer still just looking at the dash in the old-fashioned way, but I'm an old fogey. Steering wheel, which by the way, being an EX model, is heated, which is absolute bliss on those really cold mornings. And it's the whole of the steering wheel that's heated, not just part of it as you get in some cars, and that's really nice. But it's been kept very nicely in here. You know, the point of the video, it's only brief, it's just to show the car operating, but I can't fault it in any way. It drives absolutely beautifully.